2055. Written by Mahdi Hossein. Chapter 1. The Past. Part 1. Sulli.
It's September 25th, 2055, my 55th birthday. I live in the western half of the world, in the country of Liberia. Now I am somewhere around what was once the old Netherlands. I've also lived in old Italy before. Well, for years, these countries aren't counting separate. Everyone speaks English fluently due to Chip, but my inner voice doesn't speak English yet. I talk to myself in Persian. The last image I remember from Iran is that I beat up my brother to come with me. But in the end, I gave in and ran away. Today, I have to go for a 1-week stay in a Rejuvenated capsule. They finally forced me to make myself 20 years younger, even though designing and painting with robots can be done by a 3,000-year-old person. If they did me 10 days off, I would have the opportunity to make myself 30 years younger, but 20 years is okay too. I need to grab my stuff from the office. You can't trust anyone. Just a few days ago, one of the employees lost 1,000 money because they were relying on the digital locks of these cabinets. But here, fingerprint thieves are everywhere. I don't really know how to explain it to you, because when you are reading this book, none of these kinds of thefts even exist in your time. All the thieves are busy creating the finest substance that can record people's fingerprints. Then, cleverly, they follow that person and find one of their cabinets, which has money or valuables in it, and they easily empty the cabinet when the person has no idea. You might be wondering how a thief can hide from the system in an age where chips control and determine everything. With the chip, they might identify and catch many criminals before they commit a crime. But there are many people who are avoiding using chips. They don't send their kids to school to avoid being chipped. I had no resistance from the beginning. Maybe I was among the very first who wanted the chip to be implanted in their brain. Who wouldn't want that? I could have endless information in my brain anytime I've wanted to. I'll see my dad after 20 years. My parents got divorced about a year ago. My dad was really upset about staying in Utopia. After their painful divorce, he hid in his car by the border for 3 days, waiting for the right moment to cross. Some people say he took a gun from a border guard and killed him, but I couldn't find any news about this incident in the news outlets. I haven't heard from my mom, but I'm sure she isn't well. She always emphasized family unity. She had never imagined days like these. I hadn't even seen my father coming here in my dreams. As I know, he's 20 years old now. I'm seeing him next week in a situation that are older than him. What a strange situation. I heard Dad stayed in the capsule for a month. Apparently, the capsule was cheap, so it took longer to rejuvenate him. But anyway, he's gotten younger so well that he could attract Maria. Maria is the best AI musician ever. She's nearly 120 years old now, although her body is 100 years younger than her age. She always picks her boyfriends from the old Middle Eastern crowd. She loves guys with dark eyes and eyebrows, though she's blonde. That's why she lost her mind seeing my dad. He's a real Middle Eastern guy. This morning when I woke up, I saw that Maria had made an amazing mashup of Mercury and Billie Eilish. Since I got up late, I couldn't listen to it before I got to work. But when I reached work, the only music I heard from the rooms was this. Every time she drops a new track, the whole Liberia blows up. On next week, when I'll see my dad, I'll ask him about Mom. I wish I could secretly call her, but in Utopia, calling Liberia is forbidden. They say calling the infidels brings bad luck. If they find out anyone violated this law, they'll throw them in jail for some years. They have many conflicts among themselves. There are several sects among them. A few days ago, there was a rumor that a Bible was found in one of those suspicious houses, and about 400 people knew about it. They are planning to kill all 400 people to make sure no one has memorized it or copied it. What a violence. I'm glad I escaped and I'm here now. At least I can choose what to think about. I'm really late. I need to head to the capsule hospital as soon as possible.
Sulli picks up his things, which he had packed in a plastic bag, and leaves the house. There's no one on the sidewalk. He remembers years ago, he couldn't wait for the arrival of the automated ambulance, and he had to walk to the street from stomach pain. So he ran to the hospital in fear and trembling. And there, he was heavily criticized by the hospital staff and security because he had gone to the hospital on foot and alone. But he didn't really care about the concerned. Being all alone on the street wasn't dangerous for him, it was even enjoyable. So he walks down the street all by himself, but without fear or anxiety. Suddenly, he hears a sound, and with the sound repeating this time much clearer, his attention is drawn behind him.
Sulli, is it you?
Sulli, who still seems not quite used to his second name that he chose 20 years ago, turns his head slightly and smiles at the young man behind him.
Hello? Is that you, Dad?
I'm not Dad anymore. Jordan. My new name is Jordan.
So he bursts out laughing so hard that it makes Jordan laugh too. So he hugged his father tightly, and with love shining in his eyes, he burst into laughter, freed from his old longing.